right, it's doctoring time. It's where we talk it out, man. Helping people through massive stuff that they're going through, and they need some opinions from folks that aren't close to it.
Yeah.
They need folks that are therapists and not just with book learning, because that's that fancy book learning we don't bother with.
Life learning.
We learn from life.
Yes.
All right, so we got Meredith M.D. in the building. We got Davi Rolando, a.k.a. Dr. Davi.
He's here.
And we have myself, Orlando BGYN. We try and help you as well as we can. Let's see, we got a call on the line. There's a no name. Hey, how's it going this morning?
It's going all right. I'm on the way to work.
Okay, well, we got all the doctors in here. Who you got a question for?
You actually.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get your viewpoint on something. It's to the point now where I am absolutely paranoid and terrified of driving. I'm saying that because I got to drive like 3 hours in the morning, and we're talking early morning, so it's pitch black out. And the thing that's giving me issues is that people drive with their bright headlights on, where I got to drive on this 2-lane road. And, you know, if I was vindictive, I'd be driving around with my bright headlights on as well. But in that case, nobody can see. And
yeah, that's not wise. Yeah, we don't want to do that. But so what's the, if you drive that, is it a job that you're driving for?
Yep.
Because
driving to the job, I'm making the commute.
Have you always had this fear, or is this something kind of new?
It's something kind of new, I suppose, and it's getting to the point where I'm almost overwhelmed daily with on the drive.
Anxiety.
Overwhelmed with thoughts of getting killed, you know, by some stupid idiot, because I didn't see the way that people in Tampa drive and whatnot.
I mean, and it's not just Tampa though. If you're talking about 3 hours, you're crossing over to some areas that's not just beholden to Tampa. We ain't 3 miles long.
I'm in Citrus Springs.
Yeah. So I mean, well, okay. First of all, you're gonna need to talk to some folks and just get some common mechanisms down, like some things that whether it's a pullover situation, and these are real things. Like there's some people who have audio triggers that they can calm down with, like something you can listen to that can calm you down and get you focused, because you can't just zone out. You can't have anxiety and take something for it, because honestly, you're under the gun. You're driving. Like, you have to be cognizant of everything that you're doing.
Right.
So I would think that this is really where your job, if you have any kind of employment assistance program where you can sit down with somebody and they can teach you and walk you through some real mechanisms that help you when this does come on, I think that would probably be your best option to start with.
Even for somebody without any kind of driving anxiety, a 3-hour commute seems kind of extreme.
Yeah.
Are there any thoughts that you're having about maybe switching career fields or, doing something different?
No, I'm getting ready to move. I should be moving within the next 6 weeks or whatever. But until then, it's an issue I got to deal with.
I would think that would be a real good fix right there. And then if you could somehow just make sure that you at least attack the problem, even if you move closer, it's still an issue, and you don't want it to come up should something else pop up.
Hey, real quick, bro, we got a text that says you should get yellow night vision glasses. You can get them from CVS.
The blue blockers?
Well, I don't know. They say yellow night vision from CVS.
Cut out the glare tremendously. So something to look into.
Try that.
Might be something that you can factor in, too. Look at that. Community helps out the community. Hey, man, good luck with that, man, and stay safe out there, okay?
Ooh.
Thank y'all. All
right, brother. Wow.
3 hours.
That was original.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
I didn't know where that was going. I'm like, man, this is but it's got to be all the doctors.
And I know we only had 60 seconds. I'd be curious to know what it was, what event happened that kind of triggered this, because he says it's a fairly new
Also,
thing.
moving is very stressful, so that anxiety could be piling on.
We have one out to 727. It says, for all three of you, I've been with my man since 2006. He proposed to me in 2010. I said yes, but shortly after I broke it off because I was only 24 and I felt like I needed to go, quote unquote, have fun in my 20s, and I wasn't ready to settle down. A year later, we got back together. We've been together since. We have a 6-year-old son, and we're actively trying to have another one, and I want to get married, but I don't want to force him to ask me. How should I approach this?
Got to bring it up.
Ask him.
Yeah. No.
Listen, I think that the world has changed now where you can ask a man.
Would you? No, that's not the fairy tale that she wants. She wants him.
Oh, I thought she wanted to get
propose.
married.
Yes, she wants, but she wants that what every woman, in general wants.
Y'all
him
sit
to
around
get down
and wait.
on one knee.
You wait for me to come around, and you'll be waiting like Davy Girl.
But
bring it up to him.
But the fact that she said yes in the past and then took it back. And then they broke up for a while.
But didn't she say it was 2010?
Yeah, that was a while ago.
That was like 11 years
She wanted
ago.
to sow her wild oats and have some fun.
Damn, like, come on.
At least she didn't do it with him.
3 presidents ago.
She wasn't cheating on him or anything like that. She was like, listen, I need to go do me.
And they trying to have a baby now, so they still dealing and dibbing and dabbing.
Yeah, I don't know.
They proposed to that man. Listen, women,
don't propose to
y'all
him.
got rights now. Y'all got like
we've had rights for a while.
You always had them,
now.
but now all of a sudden it's just like, hey, everybody got to remind folks that y'all got rights. Y'all ladies, y'all got a voice. If you love me that much and I'm taking too long, then you go ahead and propose to me.
I think she needs to think about when she wants to get married, actually walk down the aisle and have a conversation with her man, because does she want to walk down the aisle pregnant?
There's an aisle. If you propose to me, there's an aisle. You act like it's so bad.
That's not going to go over with just every guy. You know your guy, whether he's down for that or not.
Ain't nothing wrong with asking me a question. It's just a question.
How about the question is, when do you want to get married? I would like to get married and I want to have another kid, but I'm not interested in having another kid until we get married.
But you might just change your mind again and leave me. Like you did last time.
It's not just leaving. Like they were
did.
before.
They split up and they got back together years later.
Well, he took her back too. It was mutual. They both got back together.
We gonna keep.
So because
dating.
I want to get married now and take our relationship to the next level, now we're scared that I'm gonna leave.
Well, I don't know
because
anymore.
I brought that up.
I don't know anymore.
Y'all are fighting like lovers. It's hilarious. On line 2, let's see here what we got. Hello.
Hey, Orlando, what's up, man?
What's happening, man? What's going on?
I've been married about 30 years,
Okay.
and my wife is at a point, like when she sees gray hair on her head, she run and get it dyed.
Okay.
But down south, she won't do nothing about that.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay.
Okay.
What can I do about that?
Okay.
It's hard to tell her that she. Do you want her to dye that too?
So, all right. So she's dyeing her hair. All her attention to her vanity is up top where she can be seen, but where she's just you and her, where you can see what she got, she's not taking care of it as well. Is what you're saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Oh,
her maintenance isn't as on point, I guess.
The way you say this is going to be an indicator on how much you get for the next 6 months. So you got to say it right. Why don't you tell her, like, would you rather she didn't have it there? Like, get rid of it all?
You know, I tried to tell her, and she came back with a gut punch.
What'd she say?
Said that I didn't have to impress anybody no more.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? And then, all right. Well, how about this? If you guys been together this long, I think my advice would be both of you go and get some sort of makeover with like maybe a waxing or some sort of attention in your areas that are only but with y'all. And you say, you know what? I want to go and I want you to go because I want to make sure I'm impressing you. And she'll feel the same way. But it's not an attack on her. It's more so saying, we need to make sure, hey, baby, we're going to have us a date weekend this weekend because you said something the other day, and I want to make sure that I'm trying to impress you and vice versa. So let's go and have us a great date, go to the spa, get us all dusted up and dyed and fried and whatever we got to do.
Yeah.
And make her feel good. You don't want to cut, whatever you say is going to indicate how much you're getting for the next 6 months.
Is it gray hair really that scary? Like,
yes.
Seriously, it's gonna
no
make
man
you.
Want gray hair down.
Yeah, but is it gonna stop you from doing? I'm asking. From doing what you gonna do?
Might not stop me, but it damn sure is commercials in the middle of a good movie.
But it's an aesthetic thing, you know.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
It's also an effort thing. You don't want somebody that's just kind of giving up on themselves.
Yeah, and if you don't feel you got to impress me, like, come on now. I may try and walk you back to that, but we need to live there. We need to impress each other. We can't stop doing that.
So what do you expect her to do? Just completely shave? I mean, that's
don't-
the only
I-
option. That's
I'm
my
just saying,
question
just
here.
try. He said she's not trying.
She likes to have some there, and what she has to either pluck or shave.
Does she
said-
like it, or she's just being lazy?
Something. I don't care what it is, just something.
Yeah,
Some
she
effort.
said, I don't have anybody to impress. That's the problem.
She was mad. She was mad.
she's-
People say mean things
I
when
don't
they're
think
mad.
she was mad. I think that's honestly how she feels, and she is acting according.
Yeah.
She got to go find somebody to put their face there and go ahead and pluck around that area because
I mean,
she sounds
yeah.
like she likes to have a little coverage in that area.
Imagine, all right, there's another way you could do this, and I don't know if it'll work for you because it depends on your delivery. But the way you eat dinner, when you eat dinner with it and say, oh, what is this in the food? What is this? And she's like, what is wrong? It's like, well, that's the same way when I'm down in that region. You need to shave.
You need to tighten
you need
up.
to get out. You need to tighten it up.
I've tried that, man.
Wow.
It didn't work.
I would say the spa thing just looks better now. Just treat her, but treat yourself. Make sure that you basically are calling yourself slacking too, so she doesn't get sensitive. And take your shot that way.
Yeah,
all right,
she's
Pimpin'?
going to get sensitive.
She's gonna get sensitive
Yeah,
regardless,
she's
but
gonna
this
see
is
right
not
through
gonna.
that.
It's not gonna end well. That's wow. Okay,
People get older and they get gray hairs and they can't control that, by the
that's
way.
fine, but
You
just
can
keep
control
trying.
that.
You
cannot, no, because if
Meredith,
you're,
will you ever not control gray hair?
I will absolutely do my best to make sure that that's taken care of. But you're talking
That's-
about somebody, wait a minute, you're talking about somebody that's older that likes coverage down there. So what are her options?
I don't think it's that she likes it. I think she just stopped trying. She's quote unquote not trying to impress anybody. When she was
That's the
caring,
problem.
she was trying. Now the effort is gone.
Like gray hair cuts just like other hair. Like
I know, but she likes it there. Some women
No,
like to have hair there.
I think it's just a lack of effort, and that's a problem.
Can you
just,
dye that down there?
Yes, you can.
Oh,
So
well,
you
there
can.
go.
So you have
There
all
go.
kinds of
Oh,
options.
Yes, you
yeah.
can.
Yeah,
That's
there
a
you
lot
go.
of work to dye down there, and I got to dye up here.
If
I
you
think y'all
dyeing
be
up
a little
there, why don't
extra.
you do it at the same place?
Man, I've never heard a woman say, "Oh, well, his gray hair in that area really bothers me."
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think
No.
we're being a little bit
I
picky here.
I don't.
I think we're being a little bit too harsh here
but
on
it's-
somebody that maybe it could be in their 50s or 60s.
But it's really an issue with her husband. He held for like 15 minutes to get that phone on,
For
that
real.
phone call. So it's
I
an
feel
issue
for him.
for
I
him.
do.
He's
I
trying to
get
find
it.
a way to her heart to like not make her upset, and you're like, listen, what's the problem with a little gray?
I'm
Like you're
just-
trying to change his mind.
No, I'm not. I get it. I feel bad at the same time for her because now she has to put her face there and try to pluck certain
You
areas.
feel bad for her?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, because
This
Can
the
you
same-
imagine?
this-
This is something
but-
that happens natural with your body. That's
But
what my
this
point
this-
is.
They've been together for a long time. She had a similar routine for, let's say, 25 of these 30 years, and now all of a sudden,
No, I think she's always had that hairstyle down there, and
No.
now it
And now
turned
it's just
different color.
gray.
That's
It's
my
just
point.
different. That's what she's saying.
That's
It's
my
just-
point. It's that she's always liked it down
It's not
there.
like she shaved it off and
Yeah,
stopped.
that's not the
It's
case.
She has hair, and it's now graying. So the way she wears
She's
it,
getting
it's
older.
a gray. She got a gizmo stripe.
Right, exactly. She has got a
He's
little,
like, and so he
little skunk
feels like
stripe.
he feels like he's with Blanche Devereaux.
ultimately,
like,
don't you
"What?"
want your partner to be attracted to you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I just don't know how to proceed if she wants the coverage there.
That's why I
That's
asked
why I
about the
don't know where
dyeing. The dyeing thing, that's why I asked. I'm like, I understand it.
tinting?
If you say you can tint that hair, she needs to tint that. If your partner is saying, yo, I'm not digging the stripe
Yeah.
because it makes me feel
There
like.
are spray-on root sprays that you can just spray down there beforehand if that's what you want.
Yeah,
He'll
but
come
now-
back up with like
Yeah,
dye on
now
his
he-
face.
Now he got the whole face on. See, that's just messed up. We don't want that. We don't want that.
Oh, man.
All right, listen. I'm just gonna tell you right now that if you do,
There's merkins.
if you, what
That's
is
a wig.
What is a merkin?
That's a wig for down there
No.
that Hollywood uses.
If you do keep it the way it is, just know that you have to switch your music from the sexy music that you playing when it's wine time
Mm-hmm.
and play this.
Thank you for being a friend.
Tell her that. Why don't you just play this for her? And say, this is what we going to play when we in bed because you got that gray stripe down your thigh.
Oh my
When you
god.
got that gizmo stripe, we going to play the Golden Girls right here. This is what we gonna do. Ain't this sexy, baby? Go